Okay, good morning. We're on a mission today. We're going to run this Champion outboard motor, and we're going to go down to the boat launch ramp, and we're going to see how much the hydrilla has closed off the boat launch ramp, and we're going to try and clear the hydrilla, so maybe we'll put the ski boat in later. This motor is a Champion, and my father actually restored this motor when we lived in Connecticut, and I believe it came from a scrap yard or a scrap heap in New Milford, Connecticut, and he found it, reconditioned it. I remember when he had the tank repainted at the place he was working at the time, and I guess it's been totally redone. We ran it about 3 years ago here on the river, and we wrote that it runs well. So we're going to try it. Hasn't been run in years. We'll see if it starts and does the job we want it to do. Alright, so here we are with our Champion. Haven't started it yet. This is going to be the first pull. I doubt if it goes on the first pull, but we'll see. We're also tied up to the dock, so if it was to go on the first pull, this doesn't have a neutral, so we would actually go off. But I think I can kill it quick enough that we won't go far.
Okay, I'm not getting in that boat.
Just keep filming.
Okay.
Alright, well, I pulled it about 3 times and it didn't go. And then I read the instructions that my dad left. And he said, put the magneto advance blue level 3/4 of the way. Well, I had it 3/4 of the way over here. But then I read, he said to port. Alright? Now this engine is supposed to have decals. Alright? It should, I don't know, say Champion or something on it. But we haven't gotten the decals for it ever. I'd like to see it with some decals, so maybe we'll look into that. But it would say fast and slow somewhere on the magneto advance lever. Well, when I realized it was supposed to be to port, I put it 3/4 of the way over to port, and it went on the first pull right off. All right, so right now we're going to unhook from the dock. We're going to try again, and I bet we go right off. All right. Well, here we are running the Champion, and it seems to be running like a champ. But I'm not 100% sure where the little tattletale water comes out to see that it's pumping. I wish I'd asked my dad, or I'd figured that out, but it seems to be running great. I put my hand on the cylinder, and you can touch it fine, so that would lead me to believe that it's pumping water. I mean, I would think if it was not pumping, you couldn't touch the cylinder. So we're gonna take our chances and go down this boat launch ramp and see what it's like down there. Okay. All right, so here's Delaney running the Champion. Now I believe this engine wasn't very expensive when it was made, and I think they were sold through like Western Auto and other outlets like that. And that's why you don't get any of the fancy stuff like side curtains and oh, what else would have been fancy? Well, it's pretty loud compared to some other engines. It's just your really basic engine that I guess they ran well. There was tons of them made, I know that. Because they were sold through like Western Auto and other places like that, there was tons of them made. They're very common. But still, it's nice to have an old engine like this that runs well, even if that was common. Alright, so even though boating in Florida you think is a beautiful paradise, I mean, look at the day, it's just absolutely gorgeous. But we do have a problem. We want to take our ski boat out, and that's why we took our little Champion engine down here to see how the ramp was. And the ramp is totally blocked by hydrilla. Now, why do we have hydrilla? Well,
It's Florida.
probably because there's still fertilizers and things getting in the river, and our river was very warm this year because the summer was warm. So the hydrilla grew like crazy, and we're trying to clear it a path right along the dock area so we can get the ski boat in. But we're at a decision point, and I mean, it is totally choked off. I could probably pull the boat around by the rope, but there is little spiders and stuff in here. So, and I've gotten in the water with it before, and you get a bite or two. I didn't die from it though, so I don't know. We'll decide how bad we want to go skiing today. So all is not a beautiful paradise here in Florida. Although our Champion engine was great on the way down here.